So this is our Saturday Kaffe&Kuchen ritual with my mom.
Yes.
We're having Americano. Cheers. Cheers. It's finally February. We're celebrating the 1st of February. It's finally here. So New Year's resolutions. Mommy, Anna, what are your New Year's resolutions?
No sugar, no bread.
No sugar, no bread. What about Kaffe&Kuchen?
Yes.
Yes. Let's try it out. Türkçe de konuşabilirsin. Almanca da konuşabilirsin. Einmal in der Woche.
Kaffee&Kuchen is allowed.
Kaffe&Kuchen is allowed. The Germans have this Kaffe&Kuchen hour. And we just tend to usually not go to places where, where it's so popular. We just go to places where the elderly go, because wherever the elderly go in Germany, it's always pretty good, pretty decent and pretty good value for, what you get. Like this cake is so fresh. She's walking the baby with a cigarette in her mouth.
Sie versucht zu sprechen.
And she's talking. She's talking on the phone. She's strolling the baby in one hand, smoking in the other, and talking on the phone. People are so weird. So yeah, we come here to judge people that walk by. We're going to go to KaDeWe, which is like suffrages in Berlin. And it's pretty close, so I think we're gonna walk there. We're one street behind KaDeWe. My New Year's resolution is to absolutely lose weight and get rid of my fears. What do you think?
Du isst ein Abendessen. Du hast gestern nichts gegessen.
Also ich habe einen Toast gegessen. Last night I just ate the toast. But, I mean, I really want to do like the Kim Kardashian diet, but I know it sounds too shallow. This vlog is like in 3 languages. It's Turkish, English, and German all together. And I want to add another language.
Hangisi bilin bakalım.
Guess which one? That sounds arrogant. I wonder where I'll be in 1 year's time. I wonder where I will be next year. Probably here. Sitting at the same cafe, doing the same video and saying, it's been 1 year and I'm still here. That would be nice though. But yeah, I quit my unhealthy habits. I think that was the goal for 2024. I quit drinking, and now I feel so much healthier than I used to be. And I quit my unhealthy friendships. My mom used to dislike all of my friendships. She was like, where do you find these friends? And whenever your mom says, this friendship is not good for you, it turns out to be true. Just, trust what your mom says. If your mom says this friendship is not good for you, it's probably not good for you. Right?
Right. Richtig.
So I quit my unhealthy habits in 2024, but we also lost my grandmother in the process. I lived with her like 3 to 4 months. So I got to, enjoy the last days of her life and, ask her questions about her past and how, she perceives life as a 80-year-old. She was 80, right?
89.
89?
Yes. 89.
89? Nein. 79 meinst du? 69 yaşında mıydı? Oh my god, I didn't know what age my grandmother was.
89.
She was about to be 90. I can't imagine like 89 years worth of life experience. That sounds so long, right? Yani 89 senelik bir hayat deneyimi. Çok uzun geliyor.
Çocukları büyüttü, çalıştı.
She worked, she raised her 4 children, and also my cousin, because my cousin was abandoned. It's not nice to say, but she raised 4 kids and one of my cousins. So she had a pretty difficult life. She was working in the farm when she was younger. What? She had horses. Like she wasn't working in the farm. She was riding horses, and she had cows and horses. Like towards the end of her days, she would remember one of her horses, and she would be like, "Take good care of it." Yeah, she named it Ceylan. And she was like, "Take good care of my horse, please." And she also used to say, "Did you milk the cows?" Constantly. But I got to interview her on her last days, and her grandfather, right? Her grandfather apparently met Atatürk, which is not one of the greatest leaders of Turkey. It's been 100 years since he passed away. I think this year is going to be 101 years, right? Since Atatürk passed away. And her grandfather was in the army with Atatürk, and he always used to, tell stories about how great of a leader Atatürk was at the time, and how he defended his country, especially in Çanakkale. What else did she say? Başka ne de anlatıyordu? Yakup dedi.
Yakup Aşık. Soyadı da güzel. Aşık.
His name was Yakup Aşık, which means Yakup in love. That is nice to have he's my great-great-grandfather who knew Atatürk.
Selanik'ten gelmişler.
They were from Selanik, which is Thessaloniki. And my mom's father was from Bulgaria. He actually came to Turkey in a suitcase. I still can't believe that story.
Hat dort studiert, Lehreramt.
He studied in Bulgaria. Which city?
Sofia.
In Sofia. And he spoke 5 languages.
Russisch, Französisch.
Russian, French, Turkish, Bulgarian.
Und Jugoslawisch ähnlich.
And Yugoslavian. And French?
French auch, ja.
And also French. Imagine, like, even today, people only speak 1 or 2 languages. 20%, I think 20% of the world speaks Chinese, Mandarin. And then the second most spoken language is English. I actually read that Turkish was the 10th or the 13th most spoken language. Hello. You see, the elderly come here. We actually just saw them on the street. Yeah, we just saw them on the street. And we were like, they're very chic in their style. Very stylish women. I can't show you, but yeah.
Also kindly.
Yeah, very kind. They came and said hi to us. And they say German people are so rude, which is not true. Like, if there are these like Instagrammers or people on TikTok, they're like screaming in Apple stores, screaming in cafes, and Germans don't really like that. As long as you're polite, you say Guten Morgen and Guten Abend and Hallo and stuff like that. Like, it's very rude not to say Guten Morgen when you go to work. I mean, of course there are racist people, but in general, they love quiet people who are respectful, especially towards the elderly, especially when you use the U-Bahn, which is the train, which is the tube in Berlin. So as long as you're polite, you will not face a lot of difficulties. You will not face like racism as people tell you when they go on TikTok or Instagram and they complain about how racist Germany is. That's not always the case. I think there are exceptional circumstances, but in general, Germany is a social government, a social democratic government. But now, today, there is a protest against AfD. Maybe you heard about AfD. I think they want to have a coalition. The CDU and CSU want to have a coalition government with AfD. There is a demonstration. There is a protest against CSU and the CDU. Because they want to form a coalition government with AfD. AfD is the very strong right conservative government, but I think it's up to a point that they are a bit racist. Would you call them racist? Würdest du sagen, AfD ist racist?
Absolut.
Absolutely. So AfD is racist. What are their policies? Was wollen sie denn machen? Was findest du so rassistisch?
Ja, Ausländer raus wird Realität. Also wird
They want foreigners out of the country. But like,
sie wollen keine Ausländer, keine Geflüchtete haben.
They don't want any
Den
immigrants.
Sozialstaat wollen sie beenden für die. Also Sozialgeld, Bürgergeld wollen sie streichen.
They don't want like unemployed benefits to carry on. They want to end unemployed benefits because there is the issue that many people are receiving unemployed benefits even though they have other means of earning money or working, other means of earning money. Did you see that? Elon Musk
unterstützt die stark. Also die haben auch Spende gegeben. Also Elon Musk hat was spendiert mit dieser Partei. Er unterstützt sie. Also USA möchte, dass AfD hier die Wende gegeben. Also Elon Musk hat was spendiert mit dieser Partei. Er unterstützt sie. Also USA möchte, dass AfD hier regiert.
So the US government wants AFD to come into power. And it is quite scary to think about it, because since Trump wants to deport all of the immigrants, this might be a universal crisis, because if it spreads onto Germany, you know. But will it come to that point in Germany? I don't know. What do you think?
Oliver. Ich glaube nicht, dass die gewinnen. Jetzt gibt es große Aufregung von der Bevölkerung. Also die Bevölkerung möchte nicht, dass AfD hier regiert. Niemand, auch die CDU, CSU-Wähler möchten nicht, dass AfD an die Macht kommt oder an die Koalition, also an die Regierung kommt. Die Bevölkerung ist dagegen.
Aber was ist, wenn AfD mit Zeit mehr sympathisch wird?
Die werden nicht sympathisch. Wie soll ein Rassist sympathisch sein?
Also wenn die sagen, okay, nicht alle Immigranten oder nicht alle Ausländer müssen jetzt raus.
Nee, also muss man im Fernsehen kurz mal schauen, wie die Frau von Wut, wie die Frau wütig ist, also auf die fremden Menschen. Das geht nicht. Also von heute auf morgen werden sie nicht freundlich sein. Kann ich mir nicht vorstellen. Die sind halt Rassist und bleiben Rassist.
So Elon Musk actually spent a lot of money to sponsor AFD, just like he, helped Trump get into power. And I think he spent like $130 million on his campaign. He invested quite a lot of money, and now he's investing money into AFD. But the population, the general public, do not want AFD right now in Germany, because even the conservative party, even the supporters of the Conservative Party, they believe that this is too right-wing and AFD has racist policies, so they don't want, even the very right-wing supporters do not want AFD to come into power. But I'm thinking this might change with time. Like, maybe I just asked my mom, is it possible that they get more sympathetic towards the general public by letting loose some of their policies? I don't know, I'm trying to foreshadow what's about to happen, because when the United States supports something, the countries tend to move towards it.
Aber die Deutschen sind da total vorsichtig und lassen sich nicht von USA regieren.
I'm saying that Germany will not allow the United States to take control of the how Germany's politics will be regulated.
Almanlar Amerika ne derse mesela Twitter'ı okullarda üniversitede yasak Twitter değil X.
X is not allowed in universities in Germany, but I don't think there are a lot of X users though, right? There aren't so many X users anymore. I mean, since Elon Musk took over, people...
Popülerliğini kaybetti.
Yeah, it's not as popular as it used to be. Not the same hype that there used to be about Twitter. It used to be very political and people were really...
Ja.
Danke. So we will go to Kaffee to pick up some makeup, because my mom is out of makeup and so am I. And I will probably suggest the only good product there is to use out there as a foundation, because I see all of these like makeup hauls and I don't believe in it. I don't buy it. Where will be the protest be today? Where will the protest, the demonstration take place?
Ich weiß es nicht, müssen wir gucken.
Hast du Internet?
Ich weiß nicht, ob das funktioniert. Brandenburger Tor, glaube ich.
It's probably going to take place at Brandenburger Tor. Maybe you know it from, people traveling around the Brandenburger Gate. It's far from us because we're in Kudamm, in Charlottenburg. So I doubt we will go all the way to Brandenburger Tor. But it would be nice to see the demonstration. The German politics is quite I think, fragile right now. Public definitely do not want AFD to come into power, but there are a lot of things going on. So only time will tell. History with Hitler, especially. So they have to be very careful on what kind of path to take within their politics. I mean, they would not want to go through what they went through in World War II when Hitler was in power, because the reparations of the outcomes and reparations of World War II and World War I were quite heavy on Germany, and they don't want to take that risk again. So yeah, I've seen the spy house of Hitler, where he used his informants to get information out of diplomats and anyone plotting against the government, the left wings. And it's quite a tactic. It's quite a different tactic and technique to use. He was, at times he was bright. But, let's not forget what he did. Let's not forget the Holocaust. In Germany, they have all of the Jews who live, they have Stolpersteine, which is when you look down, you see all of these stones, and they have all of the Jewish names written on it. So it's in front of our house, we have someone called Herr Blumenthal who used to live there, and you look down and you see the dates he was deported to Auschwitz and the dates he lived, and then it says whether he died in Auschwitz or he died during, I don't know, a demonstration, whatever. But we have that in Germany. And why is it written on the floor? Why is it called Stolpersteine? It's so you look down and you regret and you feel shameful about what you've done. Shame as a human on what you have committed in the past, the crimes you have committed in the past. So you feel shame, you put your head down. Crimes against humanity. I think Germany doesn't want to take that road again and be liable for reparations once again. So let's go to buy some makeup. As you can see, I have no makeup. 2024, I did not do any makeup, but I think it's been really good on my skin. I don't have pimples anymore. So let's step out.